Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the official VIV Lifestyle Company pre-launch webinar. I'm insanely excited, as you can see in my face here, to kick this off. It's been coming for a long time. We've been building anticipation, and now we finally get to pull the trigger on this and start moving forward. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Brian Dalmasso, and again, just all kinds of excited to be a part of this launch that's going forward. We got very talented people coming to the table, leaders from a lot of different areas, and just genuinely excited to be part of this new venture and this online marketing portal. And what you're really going to see here tonight is an overview. We're going to overview the amazing lifestyle products company. We're going to overview the very lucrative passive residual income plan that we have here, and so you get to see a little bit of everything. And we're also going to overview how you could get started if you see the opportunity. And if you're like me and you use your intuition and you jump at things, we're going to show you how to get started, show you how to get registered. So the reason I'm so excited is really because 3.5 years ago, I had the privilege and the honor to get involved with a similar company that wasn't probably a half or less of what this is going to be. And it was literally a life-changing experience. I would take an hour and a half or 2 hours to explain it all, but I mean, it led me to a level of personal awareness and development, multiple seven-figure businesses. It led me to my fiance. I could go on and on to a lot of people on this webinar, friends and brothers and sisters, and just the experience is priceless. So for those of you that have never been part of a pre-market launch or part of a relationship marketing company, hold on and enjoy the ride, because I can't even sum up into words what the experience has done for me, and I'm excited to be here. So again, this VIV Lifestyle Marketing Company is basically taken an existing model and put it on steroids, especially with the compensation plan. And this is not going to be a deep dive into compensation. We have other videos and webinars for that. But I'm probably most excited about that as a business guy with multiple businesses. I've taken a deep look at it, and it is something to get excited about. So again, so for those of you who've never been part of a company that's been in pre-market launch, I want you to sit back, grab a notepad, open up your minds, open up the possibility, because this doesn't come along often, right? A lot of people on here, Brendan, who I'm going to introduce later, can attest. This type of an opportunity in a convergence in a situation does not happen often. So it's one of those things. If it resonates, don't hesitate, just act, and we're going to make it happen together. So here to go over the company a little bit, and the product suite and the compensation overview. I really have the honor and the privilege to introduce a guy who's really a master of relationship marketing business models. He's been in this space for about 10 years, and him and his family have earned multiple seven figures in this industry. Just a true tactician, I would say a master in the industry. And again, really a mentor, a friend, a mentor, and a colleague. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Brendan Kenny. Brendan, you there, bud? Let me unmute you here. There we go.
I think I'm good.
We got you.
You can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Take it away.
All right. Listen, thanks, Brian. Guys, thank you for having me on tonight. This is going to be the first of many times you'll probably see me, because we're going to be working together, and I'm very excited. So if you like what you see, part of the package comes with the culture that we're going to create, but also the leadership of the company that's going to be relevant to all of you. So I'm excited to work with your guys and the entire company, because this, like Brian says, this is really a unique space that we're in. My background is I was actually in the telecom business. I got involved in that when nobody had a cell phone. My brother and I built a $1 million company as business owners, but we were introduced to personal development and network marketing in 2010 within a company that I had the privilege of working with Brian with. But we learned a lot about that industry and talking about, why you would do anything else or side jobs. Because in the beginning, when I was introduced to network marketing, it was really just a side business. I mean, I was a business owner looking to make some extra money. And so I saw the opportunity to make some extra income where it wouldn't really impede my business. So I loved the flexibility of working something part-time. But what I learned through that is the more effort that I was putting into my part-time business, the more return I was getting on my investment. And within a couple of years, my part-time opportunity led to income that was greater than my salary as a business owner. So I quickly realized the power of the industry, and it became a focus of mine. And I just literally spent the last 5 years really trying to master this space and become a real professional in the industry. because I know how much it can change people's lives, and I'm so passionate about that. And today my passion is about helping, anyone that wants to get a little bit of an edge in life, that uses this business model and uses obviously the opportunity to advance themselves. So I will tell you that where I'm from, because I built our family made over $7 million with that opportunity, and that opportunity finally came to an end, and it was a great 8 years of our lives. But I will tell you that when that previous opportunity came to an end, we were in a position where we wanted to look at that point. We were getting courted by multi-million-dollar earners all over the country to come to work with them, because that's what you do when something happens. You get courted, and we looked at a lot of opportunities in a lot of different spaces, and there's a lot of great companies out there. And we got treated with royalty everywhere we went, and we were impressed in the industry. But at the end of the day, when we were presented the opportunity, which I'm going to share with you today, we found this opportunity to be the greatest that's out there as far as what fit our needs. Now, this may not be for everyone, but I can tell you, after sharing with what VIV is all about, I believe that many of you this is going to resonate with you, and you're going to probably want to become involved in this company, because it is going to be an amazing, the product that this company is introducing, their flagship product, is the first of any kind. And for us, when we were making the decision, to join VIV, a couple of the big things that really we were looking at is, number one, what was the funding behind the company? And when we found out that there was 9 private investors, and one of them being a friend of ours that actually we had met through the older opportunity, who's a very wealthy man and invested a lot of money in this, we started to look at the funding and said, wow, this company is pretty well funded, number one. And then 2, we wanted to look at the product. We wanted to make sure if we were going to get involved with a new company, that product had to be bulletproof, because we were coming out of a company where the product wasn't 100% bulletproof, and it created a lot of confusion in the marketplace. So for us, a product was really important. And then so after analyzing this product, so I'm going to share with you tonight, we came to the conclusion it was the best product. This is probably one of the best products I've ever seen in terms of relationship marketing, where you can introduce anyone to this product and it's going to benefit them. And for us, that's huge. There is no harm that will be done from anyone that becomes involved on the product side of this, and that's, for us, was huge. So anyway, let's get started, because obviously this is the first presentation that we're doing for your group. I've only done a couple presentations, so forgive me if I don't have this thing mastered yet. But I can tell you right now, my why, obviously I've got 4 kids now. I have, we're young. I'm 50 this year, and I'm really looking at VIV to be my end game. And so I'm putting my heart and soul into this opportunity. And I think Brian and your team, by the way, is also. So that's going to help us all, by the way. So, because your team is already an amazing team, but we're putting our heart and soul into this because I believe this is our end game, meaning this is going to set us up hopefully for forever. So let's dive right in so we can share with you guys what you're going to, what we saw from the eyes of me. So VIV is, it's our CEO wanted to create a company that wants to make everyone's life better by offering just better products you're already using today, and just kind of putting these products on autopilot through VIV and making your life better. It's very simple. VIV, life better. It can't get any more simple than that. So Brian, I think I'm going to advance the slides from my computer, right? Yeah,
you're good.
So one of the quotes that, and I believe this is not anonymous. I believe this is someone that works for the company, but they're just going to leave it anonymous. One life, just one. Why aren't we running like we are on fire towards our wildest dreams? I mean, that's kind of really what it is. It's like, listen, we're going to treat VIV like this is it. Go after it. And I think everyone will. And really, it's not necessarily about the products, the rates, the compensation plan, which we're all going to touch upon. But it is about really who you guys are. What do you guys need in order to get your life into a better spot? And then more importantly, we have the ability to define a culture right from the start, because a lot of the folks that are leading the charge here understand how important a company culture is, and a culture of helping everyone, no matter where they fall in line in this opportunity. We want to be able to support everyone. And that culture can really drive a company to billions of dollars in revenue. And that's kind of what we're doing. So, hey, listen, 5 reasons why you definitely don't want to miss the boat on this opportunity. And Brian, can you move or do I have to move my window? Because I can't see my slides. Hang on one second. Let me see. Do I move them? There. I think I just did it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm on his side. Okay, good. So 5 reasons why you definitely don't want to miss this one. Number 1, better gig. You'll hear me, this is my new lingo with this opportunity, but it's a better gig. You're going to see that when I show you the products. We have better products. We have better vision, better leadership, and then obviously better you. Our culture is going to drive it. So we're going to touch on all 5 of those in a pretty quick way. But better gig, what does that mean? Well, you know what? Every one of us is either knows somebody or is doing something on the side. Today, especially more than ever, that's why Uber exists. That's why Lyft exists. People are looking for ways to make some extra hustle, to make some extra money to help provide for their families, right? Here are the statistics. As of 2016, 35% of the workforce, that's 55 million people in America, were actually doing side hustle jobs. Whether they're a carpenter doing side work, you're a teacher teaching kids, whatever you're doing off your main job. And that number is forecasted to grow by 8%. So by the year 2020, that number could reach 43%. In the millennials, those folks those kids that are coming through the 20s and 30s, 47% of them right now are freelancing. They're not going to work. They're freelancing. They're finding the independence and knowing that there's tons of side ways to make money. And then the baby boomers, which I consider myself a baby boomer, there's 76.5 million of us, and half of us right now are interested in entrepreneurship. So you want to talk about the perfect time to offer a side gig? This is it. And so what can a side gig do for you? Well, it gives everyone a chance to do a lot of things. Whether it's taking that trip that you've always wanted to take with your family, but you just didn't have the money to do it. How about, freeing up your life a little bit for your future, retirement, building towards your future? How about just as simple as maybe not having to travel to and from a job? And there's nothing wrong with a job, but maybe this will give you the freedom where you don't have to get in that car and sit in 2 hours worth of traffic every day, because it allows you someday to live a different life or a different path. There's just so many ways a side income can help you and everyone's life. And that's kind of where my passion is, because I'm a product of that. I was someone that was working 78 hours a week with my own business, and my side business ended up giving me a little bit more time freedom, and that's priceless. But here's where it gets interesting. Our products. We are basically taking advantage of one of the most incredible industries in the world, and that's energy deregulation. In states like Massachusetts, or really there's 15 states in America that give their residents the right to choose where their energy comes from. That is basically energy deregulation in a nutshell. If you live in Massachusetts and you're paying an electric bill, you get to choose. You have the right to choose actually a supplier of where it comes from. And even though we've been deregulated in this country for almost 20 years, there are still 70% of us that have yet to exercise our right to choose. That kind of makes this a massive opportunity. But here's why it's massive. Because even though we've been deregulated for 20 years, only 30% have actually exercised the right to choose. And why aren't people switching? Well, here's the reasons on a nutshell. Number 1, the biggest reason is price. They don't understand it. Customers have no idea what the value of their suppliers are. They don't even understand what their own utility bill is. Number 2, trust. Trust is being eroded every day because most suppliers don't gain the trust of a customer. Once they've gotten them, they usually do a bait and switch tactic, and they end up basically charging them more over time. Fatigue, disengagement. Customers just don't get it. There's no transparency. They don't understand how to read the bill. They actually look at switching a supplier a hassle. Because why? Because they've got to monitor their electric bill. So at the end of the day, who the heck has time for that? And that's kind of where the opportunity exists. Isn't it true that with every challenge, there's just a huge opportunity waiting? And that's kind of where we come in. And you're going to be introduced to a product called Autopilot. Autopilot was developed by a gentleman by the name of Kevin Manley. This is very important because Kevin Manley has joined our team. He's actually sold his product to VIV to be able to be the flagship product. But Kevin Manley developed a software package to protect people's electric bill. And he did it because his electric bill was one of the ones. He was a customer that chose a supplier in 2016 for a 6-month rate. After the 6 months, he had a 6-cent rate on his supply. It went to 13 cents after his 6 months was over, and he got completely infuriated. So he started to research retail energy, and he called every supplier in the state of Connecticut. And he came to the conclusion after 2 months of researching retail energy that the entire energy industry is corrupt, meaning they're all the same. They all do the same thing. And so he built this product, and this is where I get really excited, so forgive me for getting overexcited. But this customer who was dissatisfied with his energy supply company, who was a software engineer, built this product to protect his own electric bill. He didn't build this to make a business. He built it to protect his own electric bill. And the function of this product is this. Number one, the software, when you enter someone's electric bill into his software program, which, by the way, all you have to do to become, to take this service on is take a picture of your electric bill. You will upload it to your VIV site. You will click a button for a quote, and then everything else is done for you. So basically, the software researches the entire rate board in any state that we do business, and it identifies the lowest rate on the rate board, and it grabs the lowest value, meaning if there's a supplier out of the 50 to 60 suppliers that are offering these little teaser rates or these great 4 or 5 month rates, it will find that, it'll grab it, and it looks for the small contracts without any cancellation fees, which gives this software the ability to always re-enroll you into another supplier if there's a better rate the next month. The bottom line is it never, ever will go above the utility, because if it can't find a product or a supplier that's less money than what the utility is, it actually puts you on the utility. So there's a guarantee to the product, meaning you can guarantee your mom, your dad, your sister that they will never pay more than the utility. As a matter of fact, on the customers that he already has in Connecticut, he's got a couple thousand customers enjoying his service. He's never lost one. He's got 100% retention, because what happens is the product, not only does it auto enroll you into each supplier after another, but it monitors the market. It gives your customers real-time information of how much money they're saving, and it tells them how much they're saving per month and how much they're saving overall through the course of the year. And because they have power of attorney on your electric bill, because the way we do this, and this is why I can't believe nobody thought about this. Why did it take 20 years? But because we're actually working this as a subscription model, meaning for that customer to take advantage of this service, they'll pay a couple dollars a month. It really ranges anywhere from $3 to $5 or $6 per month to have this service, but it guarantees you that you will save a ton of money. And the money savings will be depending on your usage. But you'll never pay more than your subscription, because the guarantee is if you ever don't save as much as your subscription, you don't pay your subscription. So it's just like, it's the perfect relationship product. And I couldn't be more excited about it, because I actually have seen it in action. I actually, of course, hear me, I've tested it. I've got a house on Nantucket. So I'm like, okay, well, let me test it. So you guys are from Massachusetts, and I know there's some people from all over the country, but I put in my bill and I hit submit, and this is immediately I got this. This is what I got back from the software. Hey, nice to hear from you. Thanks for your inquiry. I can see that your National Grid, your territory service rate is 12.63, and it's through April 2018. We're putting our customers in that area on a 6-month plan at $975, which is 23% less. By the way, when that initial plan is about to end, we'll automatically research another great low-cost plan, and on your behalf, we'll automatically switch you so you're always on a competitive plan compared to utility standard service. How sweet is that? So anyway, needless to say, guys, I'm so excited about that product. But the cool thing is, VIV's not just about that. That's an autopilot. That's going to put someone's electric needs on autopilot. But there are other things that we all do every single day that we want to help you put on autopilot. So many of the other products that we're working with are national companies that offer services that you're already using today. Out of these companies that we're going to be starting to offer products with, me personally, my wife and I use 3 of these products already. Number one, Credit Watch. We have Equifax. We pay $15 a month for Equifax to watch and monitor our credit. Well, Credit Watch does the same thing as Equifax, except it's going to be $5 less per month, because with Credit Watch, it's only $10 instead of $14. So that's a no-brainer. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go and take advantage of Road-Aid, because I'm a AAA member, and Road-Aid has the same exact services. So I'm going to save another $80 a year because Road-Aid is cheaper than AAA. And then the other product that we're looking for is Home Defender, because we do not have a security system. So we're going to put our house on the Home Defender security system. And so obviously you'll learn more of these products as we go. And by the way, we're in pre-launch right now. So there's a website being built where we're giving product demonstrations. So every one of you can feel comfortable with all those products. And then when our websites do go active, you'll be able to research them in detail. I can't wait for that. But anyway, obviously, as you can see, these are, it's not just the energy products we're going to be able to take advantage of. We're going to be able to bundle and save a lot of money on these different products, and you'll get to know them as we get closer to the launch. But better vision is number 3. We're talking about that. This company has one goal, and it is to be 100% radically transparent. They want to communicate with your customer all the time, because we know, and by the way, this is important for everyone to understand. When Kevin Manley built that software, he studied at WPI, by the way, in Worcester. So he's a local guy, a local student. He graduated with a degree in software development, but he was asked, he joined Ray Dalio's team in the 90s. Ray Dalio, and I think Brian Del Maso is a study of finances now. Ray Dalio is one of the wealthiest people on the planet, and he has a hedge fund for Blackstone. It's a Wall Street hedge fund. He was on that team that developed the largest hedge fund software program in the world. But what Kevin did when he built this platform is he built it because he was a customer. So he understood what a customer was looking for. And so how cool is it that we're going to be able to put our people, our customers, into a product that was actually made by a customer? So the company has this huge vision of not only being radically transparent, customer-centric, but they're going to take 1% of their company revenues and they're going to put it towards social good programs all around the world. So the bigger we get as a company, the more social good we're going to do as a company. That's just amazing. And she's going to do that through our one at a time program. And basically, listen, for every consultant that comes on board and does a little thing, that's what it says, one at a time. We're going to be able to make a difference, one consultant at a time. Better leadership. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I've been in the industry a long time, almost 10 years now. And there is such an advantage when you come and work with a group that is dedicated to help their consultants. You have the best field leadership probably in network marketing that's joined the forces with the company to build this company. So not only is the corporate leader strong, but we are as well. And these are our corporate executives that are going to lead the charge. Cammie Bomey comes with some amazing, incredible branding experience, and she actually is the largest investor in this, and she's the CEO. Robert McFadden comes with an amazing network marketing background, and Kevin Manley, who's the chief technology officer, is developing everything. So all of our websites and our back office support, Kevin is actually developing it. Because he's developing everything in-house, there will be no monthly charges to run our business. So this is going to be an opportunity where it's just a one-time investment with 0 monthly charges to run your business. Awesome. Better you is reason 5. Listen, we're going to make this opportunity special because of the people that joined me on this Zoominar. Brian, Ken, Matthew Payne, Amanda, I mean, your entire group. There's probably 40 of you on here. I don't even know how. Hey, Brian, how many people are on? I mean, I lost track after the first 15.
Yeah, we got about 50.
We got 50. So literally, I mean, the opportunity, by the way, just started. So we're in what we call officially pre-launch. So right now, the only way you can actually join VIV is through paper enrollments. Brian and his team are assembling. They're actually organizing the entire paper enrollment right now. That the paper enrollments are only going to be for a couple weeks. But I can tell you that if you're on this phone, you want to join on a paper app. And here's why. Because it immediately becomes part of your story. Imagine a year from now, 2 years from now, when this company becomes $1 billion company, and you can always say, as part of your story, I joined that opportunity when the only way you could join was by filling out a paper application. That's just powerful. It's part of your story. So we're doing a pre-launch special where, through this pre-enrollment stage on paper, you get a discount. So it's a one-time $99 enrollment, and there's no website fees. So that's a decision, obviously, you're going to be making hopefully soon. But obviously, those guys are building some big teams, and we want to start that process right away. So at the end of the day, listen, make no mistake about it. We're all salespeople. It was funny. A buddy of mine who I've been trying to recruit into the business, he was avoiding me, and I was like, "What are you avoiding me for? It's $99." So he sends me this text. He goes, "Hey," he goes, "I just I came to the conclusion I'm not a good salesperson." Right. So now he's married and he's got a couple kids. So I said to him, I texted back. I said, "All right, listen, Mark, I take offense to the fact you just said you're not a good salesperson, because somehow, some way, you were able to land one of the most amazing women on the planet. So how did you do that? I mean, seriously, how did you do that? Because you had to have a little bit of sales skills to marry your wife. You know what I mean? So, so put that into perspective. We're all good salespeople. Trust me. We make great products, this company, VIV, and we're going to pay you to do really well. And this is how we do. This is how we pay it. This is a compensation plan. It's very simple. And by the way, there'll be detailed trainings on this. But really, if you like what you see, when we go live, you're basically going to enroll customers. And by the way, they're allowing us to enroll customers in the pre-launch, which is exciting. You can actually sign up for our products and services in the pre-launch stage. But we're going to enroll customers. And then all we're going to do is invite others to do the same. And I just kind of showed you some of the products that we're going to be offering, right? So how easy do you think that's going to be? I think it's going to be real easy. So I'm going to kind of give you some high-level overviews on the compensation plan. I will first and foremost tell you that there are some people, there's 50 of you on this tonight, there might be some of you that never make one penny in our opportunity. Some do and some don't. But I will also tell you that there'll be some people on this line right now that will make millions of dollars in this business. That is a guarantee because of who you're dealing with. We're dealing with some of the best professionals in the industry on this phone right now, on this webinar. So that's just my disclaimer. Don't look at me if you don't make any money. It's up to you. You know that. It's all your individual efforts. But this compensation plan has so much in it. Number one, it's a unilevel plan. Unilevel plans are designed to create teamwork. It's 100% because there's so many different layers and levels to the compensation plan. It's completely all about teamwork. There's also going to be a rank advancement system, which I'll show you, where you literally will have 18 ranks that you can achieve through your journey at VIV. And every time you reach a new rank at our company, you're going to get a pay increase. I love that. So, you'll see that when I go through the comp plan. It pays up to 8 levels. There's absolutely a clear path to success. And you can earn real residual income. When I told you that Kevin Manley has a couple thousand customers enjoying his product in Connecticut and he hasn't lost one, he told us he did lose one. One guy called him 3 months ago and said, "Hey, Kevin, I think I can do it better than your software, so I'm going to try it on my own." One out of 2,000. So you can really build real residual income because we get paid residual when someone pays their subscription. And if you have a customer that's on that $3 to $4 or $5 subscription that's taking advantage of their electric bill, you're going to get real residual income. And there's a chance to earn some upfront money. So one of the things you can do when you first get started is in the pre-launch, you're allowed to build teams. So that means you can introduce the business to others. You can kind of give everyone a taste of what we're going to be doing. And then you'll have a chance to hit some ranks right when we go live. So there's 120 days where if someone were to begin and they reached the rank of pacemaker, and I'll show you the pace setter, I'll show you that rank in a second. But if you do that in 128 days or 120 days, you will earn $200, $400, $600, $800 for a total of $2,000. And if someone that you bring into the business does that and hits that rank and gets all those bonuses, you actually make a $550 mentor bonus. So how cool is that? So your friend goes out and gets Paysetter, and because you brought him in, you get a $550 bonus for helping them get there or her they get there. There's also a way for someone to earn a quick fast start bonus within 60 days. If they get 30 qualified points, they'll earn $150. So that's just a way you can earn money right away when you first get started. Just so you know that these are the ranks. So when you're looking at it, the company's willing to pay over $120,000 just in rank advancement bonuses. But these are the 18 different ranks. The rank that that you have 120 days to get to is that rank called Pace Setter. It's right in the middle. It's red. It's going to be pink the company is run by a woman. She wants the Pace Setter to be pink, and I think that's fantastic. But it's going to be pink, and Pace Setter is the one that reaches. If you hit Pace Setter within 120 days, you will reach $2,000 in bonuses. I can tell you that I already know for a fact that in the first week, because we've been doing this and building teams now for a couple weeks, we've got about 300 consultants in our group, and if everyone just put in their own electric meter, That means just 1 meter, their own bill. We would have enough points to hit pacemaker. That's how easy it is to get to. So, we did that in 2 weeks. So I think that if you're seeing this for the first time, you have the luxury, because this is, by the way, I will never be able to have this conversation when we go live. And this is, and by the way, neither will any of you, because you're seeing this in a pre-launch. You'll only have one chance ever in your life to pre-build your teams before the company's clock begins. So, when a company clock begins, you'll never be able to do that. So you never want to talk about it, because those people that join 6 months from now will never have had the same opportunity as you. And I hope you guys can understand that, girls and guys. It's important to know this is the gift of what you have as far as pre-launch. But at the end of the day, you want to blow through all those ranks, because obviously the higher your ranks you go, the more money you can make on level pay, generation pay, and leadership pools. Level pay is your residual income. Very simple. As you guys can see from the ranks, these are all the ranks. So the first rank on the left is consultant. When you first get started, all your personal activity that you bring into the company, you'll get a 10% override as far as residual income. That means if you sell a security system that's $50 a month, 10% of that's $5. It's that simple. It's easy math. If you bring in a $5 subscription to Autopilot, you'll make 10% of that. It's that simple. It's easy math. What I love about this compensation plan is just put in the numbers and just the math that speaks for itself. So it's very simple, and we have ways where you can say, hey, listen, if I do this, this, and this, and this, how much money will I make? And I can do that. We've created formulas for every scenario. But obviously, you guys can see in the beginning, the company pays 4 levels of residual income. What that means is if you come in and you join VIV, and then you bring in a friend, your friend would be level 2. And if your friend goes out and gets some electric meter, sell products, whatever they sell into the business, you're going to get an 8% override on all of their business every single month. And level 3 would be if your friend brought in a friend. You guys follow me on that? It's just simple. It's layered. That's why the teamwork is there, because there'll be people that join your business that start to build big businesses, and then all these levels start to become bigger and bigger and bigger. And as you can see, the percentages with every rank you hit. So start with consultant, go to consultant 20, which simply means consultant 20 means, by the way, that you have 20 points in your business, in your group. So you don't have to personally have them. It can just come from anywhere. But as soon as you have 20 points, you're a consultant 20, and now you've opened up 4 levels of income, of residual. And then consultant 40, as you guys can see, every time you go up in rank, you get a little bit more money on your residuals. So they give you a raise. The company gives you a raise every time you do it. So I'm convinced that, you guys can mark my words, that when we go live within the first month, so let's say we go live on April 1st, which is basically, I think, the target date. Don't hold me to that, but it's going to be right around there. My prediction is Brian and his team will be actually close to partner or silver partner within their first month. So that just tells you kind of what an advantage of a pre-launch will do. So if they do that in their first month, and you guys can hold me this too. I mean, this is how much confidence I have in your group, because I've seen you guys and what you've done in the last 5 years. It's been nothing short of incredible. So I will tell you that if that happens, then your leadership that's going to run your group out there is probably going to be at the highest rank of our company within a year. They're going to go through the entire rank system. And by the way, if that happens, there will be thousands of you, not hundreds, thousands of you that will be making some part-time income that's going to change your life in a very big way. So anyway, obviously, what is your plan to be your best self? I mean, if you like what we're doing here, and you want to feel like you're going to be part of this new VIV economy, which we're going to be calling it, and this is a good side gig, and there's opportunities to grow, to learn from others, to become friends with others, to play with others, to connect, to really do something special with this culture that we're going to create. And to sum it all up, the 5 reasons why do you want to act right now? Number 1, we've got a better gig. We got better products. We've got better vision, better leadership, and we have better you. So Brian, I want to turn over to like a Q&A, because I think it's important for your new folks that have just seen this information really for the first time, to number 1, understand kind of where we go from here. But I want everyone to understand, you can write this website down. If you don't mind, Brian, I'm going to kind of zip out and go back onto the internet here.
Yeah, definitely.
What I'm doing with my groups, and you guys are going to be part of my groups, we're going to work together, is I have the company put together a thing called just VIV Actually, it's just there's two. This is the calendar that they created that shows you all that we call like anything that we're doing like right now is a VIV social. So I would consider this a VIV social because it's done online, but there's a lot of VIV locals, meaning there's local events all around the world or wherever we're going to be doing business that will always be on this calendar. And it's going to get big. And so there's tons of ways to show and invite people to watch what we're doing. So, but there's also a website that the company created, justviv.com/prelaunch. So everyone can write that down, justviv.com/prelaunch. And literally, it's here. So it shows you all of the, like to fill out a paper enrollment, you literally can go to this site. You could download the enrollment. You can fill it out. And if you don't know where you're going, call your up teams right now. Like Brian and those guys are really in charge of this process. And they'll help you fill it out. But it's pretty self-explanatory. But at the end of the day, Brian, I don't know if you have something in play, so I want you to step in as far as how you plan on doing that part of it.
Yeah, no, same thing. We have paper apps that you can get with either Kenny, Matt, or I, or anybody on the team. Or the other thing is you can email or text any one of us. We can get you set up. We've been working hand in hand getting that stuff done. But there is an application right there on that website, like you said. If not, guys, just ping any one of us, email us, and we'll get you the appropriate application. We'll also get it sent in for you and make sure.
Awesome.
Make sure it goes smooth.
Make sure it goes smooth. So, guys, right now the compensation plan in detail, you can download it. So you could download it in PowerPoint, Keynote, PDF, whatever. So this site is really designed for you guys to have all the tools that you need. If you want the PowerPoint presentation I just showed you, it's right there. It's available. There's a video that we recorded too that the company did. Well, I'm going to record one as well so you guys have something fresh from a leader perspective. And then, you obviously have your calendar where you can find out where all the events are. I know the big event that I'm looking forward to is next Tuesday. I'll be coming out to the box. You call it the box, right?
Yeah, it changed names. It's the Slate, but it's the old luxury box.
The old luxury box. So I'll be coming up there Tuesday night to kick your groups off, and we're going to do a real big meeting, and I'm going to do some fun recognition. We're going to do similar to what we did tonight, except there's nothing better than coming to a live event, and especially inviting folks to a live event, because the atmosphere in that room will probably be the best it'll ever be because we're still in that paper enrollment stage. And many of you that are on this call will probably have already taken the plunge to actually join us. So that way you're bringing new, fresh people to look at this amazing opportunity. And then that's how you create the culture. You'll see how that's done in a live presentation. Agreed?
Agreed. Yeah, that's exactly. I was just going to highlight the same thing, guys. This is really an opportunity to grab a hold of this before next Tuesday. Get online, do some homework. I always say the opposite of decision is procrastination. So let's make a decision. If this resonates with you, and again, it's not for everybody, but if it does resonate, let's get those applications in so you can lock in your spot, and that way you can bring a dozen people to next Tuesday night locally, where it's it's a lot more impactful live, a lot more social. Obviously, you get to meet face to face, and get to meet Brendan face to face, and all the leaders there, and just much more impactful and live in person.
So guys, I do want to say, I mean, I just scrolled through the pictures and saw every one of you. You guys have a good looking team, by the way, every one of you. It must be the good people attract good people, I guess, right? So, but I noticed some folks with some kids, and I know that for me, the Haywards, who I met personally, so I know you're on my screen right now, I can tell you that I've been involved with companies from the scratch, like where we're at right now. And there's nothing more exciting to be in the beginning of a company that's well-funded with a great mission and has great products. There's truly nothing more exciting about it. Now, with that being said, it's because we're the ones that are going to be going in this battle together. So obviously the company's new, right? So they're going to have hiccups. It's not going to be perfect, but I can tell you that when you band together in the beginning, I mean, in network marketing, this is truly where you can make an extraordinary amount of money because you're in this together with these we're pioneers. We call ourselves pioneers. And we're bringing something to the marketplace that's never been brought to the marketplace before. This product is brand new. No one has it. No one in the industry has ever done this before. So it could be the most exciting thing and journey you've ever decided to take. So if you decide to take the plunge with us and work with us, we were going to be thrilled to be working with you. And our goal is to really make every one of you, help you. We can't make you successful, but we can certainly help you. And our goal is to help as many people as possible be educated, get the right personal development, and take the journey the right way through the eyes of with professionals teaching you the right way. So if you guys have any questions, I don't know if you have, how do you have the ability to do questions, Brian, on that?
If you just stop the screen share, if you just hit stop on the screen share.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let me do that right now.
We can kind of open up for a live view, and people can unmute themselves. It's a Zoom meeting, not a webinar, so they can actually unmute themselves or raise their hand. Matter of fact, Alex D raised his. You got a question, Alex?
Yeah, I do. I'm curious as far as what the actual products are. You mentioned alarm systems. You mentioned electric bills, gas bills. Are those the only products, or is there a spot on the website where you can find all the products so that you know what exactly you're trying to explain to other people?
All right, Brian, did you invite, hang on, because I might be able to help you out here.
I believe you did have it on one of your slides, Brendan.
I did, but I had something even better, but I'm trying to think of what I had here. Just. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I think I lost it. Anyway, their product. Let me pull that up because are you guys still seeing my screen?
Hit the screen share again. You'll be good.
Okay, let's see. Can you see my screen right now?
No.
Hang tight. Let me.
No, all we see is Brian right now.
That's a screen
No
share.
offense.
All right, and it was Alex that asked that question, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Correct.
All right. So you guys can see my screen right now?
Yeah, we got it.
All right.
Yes.
So let me go back to that screen with all the products on it, and so I can give you a little bit of detail because I have looked at them. This is going to be the product. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So Credit Watch is just a monitoring service that's going to watch your credit like Equifax does. I pay actually for that service. If you bundle any of our products, by the way, if you bundle anything that you see on the screen, you can get that for 50% off. So if the standalone product, it is $15 standalone, which is the same as Equifax. But if you bundle it with any two others, you'll get it for half price. So that's pretty cool. So a couple of things I looked at. Conceal is identity theft. So I know that's a hot topic right now. There's a lot of people that are inquiring about identity theft. So Conceal is an identity theft product. Cloud Cache is going to be more data backup. So if you have if your computer's like maxing out, it becomes a backup for files and pictures and all that stuff. Medicall is cool because you can call a technician or a doctor. The way Medicall works is it's a national scheduling system, and a doctor will say, listen, between 11 and 12 o'clock, I'm going to sign up to help answer questions for people that might call in, and they call in using Zoom or Skype, and they basically can say, this is what's happening with my child, or this is what's happening with me. Here's some of my basic symptoms, and they literally can look at them over your Zoom and actually prescribe them medicine, knowing that what they probably already have. So it's going to be a cool service. That's going to be hot. Home Defender is a security company that has just like ADT, they have the full gamut, and they have video surveillance, and it's going to be a monthly subscription. Road Aid is the same thing as AAA. It has all the same services. And then Tech Rescue is really just kind of like anyone that, if you have any problems with your computer, you can call Tech Rescue at 24/7, and they'll literally take over and get you through your jams. So those are the ones that we're introducing on day one. So all those products will be available to everybody. And you'll see the different price points when our websites go active within the next couple of weeks. So you guys can really get a chance. None of it's required, though. You don't have to get it. I mean, they're just going to be products that you're available to sell to yourself or friends and family. So,
so these are the additional products that you have.
There'll be additional.
Your main product is electric and gas are your main products, or are these just additives?
Yeah, they're just going to be, VIV is got it will end up having a ton of product suites in all the areas that we live our lives. You know what I mean? They want your life to be better. So if you're already paying for a credit watch service, right, just use it, have VIV do it. And if you're already using security, have VIV be your security system. You know what I mean? So they're basically saying, look at some of the products, find the ones that you're using. And if you bundle a couple of them, you get it for half price. So that basically I did the numbers. And they're less than what I'm paying my services today. So I'm going to bundle. I'm probably going to get all of them to try it out to see, because I think there's going to be a really attractive all-in price for all these. But it's not mandatory. I mean, if someone doesn't use any of these products, then they don't have to. They can, if they just want to go out and sell the energy products, they can. But you're going to have always. What's nice about what the company's doing is they can always add to this too. So when they strike deals with innovative companies that are in line with our mission, we'll have a chance to offer that to our friends and family and also get commissioned on them. But there's also another product they're going with day one. That's a water product. It's called Air to Water. And it actually is a water filtration system that makes water out of the humidity in the air. And the company that's going to let us white label it, VIV, is selling their product on Amazon right now for about $2,500. But we're going to do it and make it available to everyone through financing options, which is exciting. So for like $30 or $40 a month, you can get that water system. It can produce, if the humidity levels are 50% or above, which in Massachusetts will be 8 months of the year, it can produce up to 5 gallons of clean water per day, which is kind of nice. So the product's doing really well in Florida right now because obviously Florida's humidity is high. So a lot of people from Florida are buying it, and in California as well, because California definitely has a problem with clean water. So the product's really attractive in those two markets. So anyway, I'm going to pre-order it. I'm going to buy it and test it out. Why not? I mean, I'm psyched. I want to be I want to sell the products. I want to use the products I'm going to sell. So hopefully, Alex, that helps you, or at least for the start. That's kind of what we're going to be offering.
One of the things I want to highlight, guys, too, just to be really clear here, if you really understand the power of what we're doing, there's entire companies that only have one product. If you look at this Shield product, there's a company called Legal Shield, and they offer legal services, but they offer credit protection, and that's basically their main thing. This is just, and we have it as just a piece. But people have made entire fortunes just off of one of these revenue streams. If you look at Cloud Cash, that's like Google Drive, right? There's entire companies that are just that one product. If you look at the tech services, that's like the Geek Squad from Blockbuster, or from not Blockbuster,
or Best Buy.
Best Buy, yeah. So if you start to look at some of these things, and even the water, there's a company called Kangen Water that's dominating the water industry, and we have that as a piece. So we're taking, these are all very profitable companies. We have access to all of these things that all of these people all over the globe are already doing. It's not like a breaking in and offering all these untested products, if that makes sense. And like Brendan said, because you can bundle them, there's 3 or 4 things that I already use on here. Again, I'm just going to switch. Like, why wouldn't I? But I just want to make that really clear that any one of these products could stand alone and be an entire network marketing company by itself. We're going to have access to all of them. So it's not that you're going to try and tell everybody everything. It's a suite. The energy, I think, is a no-brainer. The water, once you see what that is and what people spend on water and what the plastic bottles and the landfills are doing, that'll be another heavy hitter product. And then these other ones you can just trickle in. So if somebody's already doing AAA, it's a savings. It's not a cost. It's a savings. If they're already doing Legal Shield, it's a savings. So hopefully that helps. And we'll have more details, obviously, as we roll out in videos on every individual product.
Great question, Alex, by the way. Great question. I'm excited. Anyone else have any questions? Because this is a good time to ask. I mean, obviously, you'll get plenty more down the road from me, but for a first look, anyone that has any questions, I'm more than welcome. Hey, it's nice. I'm looking at the time. We did pretty well too, didn't we, Brian? It's nice to be able to go through this pretty quick. Let's see. Someone asked a question online. Okay, mine are. Oh, the Minions. You know how that is. Your Minions, right? I'm in my daughter's room because my Minions are downstairs next to my office, and you guys would not want to hear them running around right now.
Brendan, we are so excited. We just can't even stand it. We can't get in there and get going. So Thank you so much.
Oh, hey guys, the one thing I will tell you is I have 2 months on you. Like I learned about this 2 months ago. So at first, when I first looked at it, it kind of just hit me like, whoa, I can't believe there's an opportunity that's this good, but it didn't really sink in. I will tell you right now, day by day, my passion for this company grows more and more because I'm learning more about it. And because we didn't have anything to look at 2 months ago. So it was only a concept and vision. Now things are starting to come together and I'm like, I'm blown away. Every time I see more and more stuff, I get more and more excited. So, and I think you guys will follow that same path, you know?
Absolutely incredible. Thank you, Brian, Kenny, and Matt. 100%.
Happy to help, guys. We're excited to be kicking this off with you. All kinds of chomping at the bit.
Hey, Joe, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I printed out the app already, or the application, and so it sounds like we got this pre-app period to get going. We can start right now.
Yes.
I'm in New York, and New York's a deregulated state. I did find through some anonymous source that there's a March 8th Rob McFadden's coming up here to do a VIV social. So
Yeah.
I guess the question I have, it mentions on the application, you can send it in. Brian, you want me to send it to you, or there's some question as far as you?
It's a very good question, guys. Right now, again, we're in pre-launch, so it's not like you can just go online and sign up. What they're doing is you print off the application and fill it out. And what you can do, Joe, if you want, is you can either scan it, email it to me, and I'll get it in for you. Or you can also take pictures with your phone if you don't have a scanner of every page. Now, it's an 8-page application, and you have to initial every page, and it's like 3 signatures. You can also send in your bill and be your own first customer. Very important, too. Nothing happens right away. You're not going to get charged right away, even though you're going to put your credit card. You won't get charged until we launch. But if you want to just get that together, fill it all out, either scan it or take pictures and email it to me. I'll get it to the right place. And that goes with anybody if you want to use me as a conduit to the application.
And that's the same if we're building a team, because it sounds like from what Brendan's saying, we got an opportunity window here to build and pre-launch, so that when launch hits and we get we're ready to go. We got so I can start collecting paper apps on anybody I want to build here in New York.
Correct.
Absolutely.
They can sign right now. Very important, guys. First thing is get yourself in.
Yeah.
But then, you can start going nuts. I mean.
Okay, so I'll send it to you tonight.
Yeah, get away. Hey, Joe, if you guys found value in this platform that we did tonight, and you guys want to continue to do these more on a regular basis, guys like you, Joe, that obviously can't get up to Leominster, but you can get your network on these. I would love to help you out any way I can,
Yeah, well, that'd be great, because a lot of what, with the distance factor and stuff, I like the team. Brian's a great leader, but obviously I'm not close. I understand there is a former Viridian presence here because of New York is a dereg state, and so they're having, I guess somebody's already, this guy, Jeff Salmonese.
Yeah,
he's a security guard over at Marist College.
Oh,
but,
so you're
trying to connect, just in terms of sponsoring the local events, I think those are great. But quite frankly, I think a lot of it nowadays you can do with Zoom and, students,
no question,
no matter what state. Obviously, identifying the states we know that are deregulated, those are target ones. But, we have products that can go anywhere. And I've got some, Facebook stuff that's obviously when you recruit social media, you don't know where they're coming from. Yeah, but right. I think that they could find interest in this, as long as they're a U.S. citizen and some of the products that we sell.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so right now it's kind of neat because it sounds like we're going to be paper pre-app, and we're getting a head start.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, because once you're online, so think about this, 10 days from now when they flip the switch, because what will happen is you'll get an email. As soon as your application goes in, they'll send you an email saying, hey, we've got your application. And then once their application goes to web portal, so once you're going to get an email saying, hey, Joe, your website's up, then anybody could literally go to your website and become a part of the business. They can come and become an consultant right from your business.
Yeah, it'll be a lot easier to take apps, but I mean, the reality is right now I can start gathering paper ones and then
absolutely. 100%, and that's exactly what you need to be doing, because that's going to create the momentum in your business.
I'll be doing it. Okay, sounds good.
Awesome, thanks, Joe.
You brought up a really, really good point. I appreciate that, Joe, too. So, guys, don't just focus on energy. I plan on building this in all 50 states.
Yeah.
I kid you not. We have enough products to put the water and the credit shield and all the stuff that you saw. You know, you want to get on the home with everybody. Obviously, we get a little bit of a kick in the energy states, but this company fully plans to be a national footprint. So, you know, I think I have people in 28 states that we're gonna own the country, not just the New England area. So.
Hey, Brian or Brendan, what happens if somebody has 2 electric bills? Can they?
Yeah. So the good news is with the subscription-based model, it's based on the kilowatts you're using. So there's different tiers. So let's say you add 2 up, and that 2 equals 25,000 kilowatts per year. Your subscription will go from $5.99 maybe to $6.99, but it's going to be good for both of them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So just
So like for instance, I have a friend that has like 200 meters. He has an apartment complex, and they're going to bundle all 200, and it's going to get a custom quote. So his price might be $70 or $80 or $90 per month, but it's going to get the same price on all 200. He's going to aggregate the whole building.
Right.
So you're going to find, and by the way, we're going to win every commercial deal, because the commercial program works is you take the broker out. So the way the commercial business works is usually a broker goes out on your behalf, goes and finds a supplier. The company says, I want that rate. And then that supplier pays the commercial broker a commission, which is usually about 3 to 4 mils. Because our software is doing it for them, there's no commission earned. And so the rate is the one that benefits. So you get basically a better rate on a commercial. And because the software is constantly looking for the lowest supplier, you basically take the bidding process out. The customers that pay commercial suppliers are going to fall in love with this product. And commercial ends up being more points. So on our point system, which is all about rank. So, you know, as you guys go do a deeper dive into compensation, you'll understand that this is 100% point driven as far as your rank advancement. So, you know, if to get to pay setter is 1,000 points, you know, listen, commercial is worth anywhere from 5 to 10 points. So you could have someone in your team that just focuses on commercial, and next thing you know, you've got 100 to 20, 200 points, and you're like, where'd they come from? It's because one of your friends signed up 20 or 30 small commercial, you know, things. So that's exciting. I mean, there's so many different ways to earn points in this system, and you'll understand that as you kind of download some of the stuff, because on that site I just gave you, you can download the points. You know what I mean? So you can see where the points are coming from. And, you know, like for instance, the product, if you bundle all of them, that's 12 points. So that's why I'm going to bundle I'm going to try all the products for a couple months. I'm getting 12 points for it, right? So why not? So, I mean, if we all get in the habit of teaching people to maximize the points, it just drives more revenue into the company. And then if your team's bigger and bigger, your checks just go up higher and higher and higher every month. So if we're all in the same wavelength as far as teaching people to go use our products, substitute what you're using already with really what VIV's offering. And if you're saving money, everyone's going to make a lot of money just from that perspective alone, if you just build outside of just the energy side.
Right. So if we know landlords and all that good stuff that own massive buildings, that's going to be huge for them.
Oh, huge. As a supplier, it's so, you know how hard that is, because what the software is, by the way, is when you sign up for the subscription, you're giving power of attorney over to our software. So most of the times the commercial get caught up is that power of attorney. They remember how much paperwork you have to do. It's ridiculous. And so it's just going to create we're going to anger the commercial side of business. If you're a broker in this business and you come across our software, you're going to lose every time. So
this may sound crazy, but what about like towns? So
towns are, I don't know. That's going to be a good question. I don't know if there's going to be a town, it's probably going to be a custom quote. It'll get more intense, but I don't think we have any interest in doing that, because that's true aggregation. We're still going to be aggregators, but we're going to aggregate in a different way. And I don't think we want to, because the only way you can really win on an aggregation is if you're the actual supplier. Because we're not a supplier, we're just a broker, we probably won't get involved in that.
Okay.
Brendan, one more question too. If you have someone, like going back to the question with the 2 bills, would that be equivalent to the amount of customer points for 1 bill, or would you get like double?
It would just count as, if it's your own, you get 3. You get 4 points. You get 3 for the first one, and then 1 for the next one. If it's a friend, it's just going to count as 2 points.
Oh, right. So like say we had 2 electric bills for our house, we put both of them in, you said it's going to go based on the amount of watts that you use.
Yep.
But that would only be just a single customer, whatever the customer points were.
Yeah, so the first one would be 3 points because you have 2 and they're yours. The first one would be 3 points. The second one would be 1.
Okay.
So you'd end up getting 4 points in that situation. But here's where it's exciting. The person that brought you into the business would also get 4 organizational points.
That's awesome.
Right.
That's awesome. So think about it. If everyone just puts their own bill in there, your personal bills are worth 3 customer points. So when Joe puts his electric bill in New York, someone who sponsored him, whether it's Brian, will get 3 points, not 1. He'll get 3 towards his rank advancement.
Sure.
That's
awesome.
Huge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting there running my mouth. I got a million questions. Let's just say something.
Hey, Brendan, can you stop the screen share so we can pop everybody up?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Let's say somebody's still in a contract with the previous company that a lot of us were with. How would they get out of the contract and go forward with this? How would you go about doing that?
Okay, yeah, so you ready for this?
This is awesome.
So the software, the way he built it is when you go and put in for a quote, if you're with another supplier, it immediately says, hey, we notice you're with – when you have power of attorney on someone's electric bill, it gives you the ability to ask all the questions you need. So our software will go and ping and say, who is this? We notice that you're not with the utility. Let's say you were with Veridian.
Yeah.
They're going to go and say, oh, my gosh, you're with Veridian and your contract doesn't end until September of 2018 and you've got a $150 termination fee. So the software is going to tell that customer that. And they're going to say, listen, we can get you into a rate, and over that course of the year, you'll probably save as much as your termination, but you might not want to do that. That's your choice. Your customer's always going to have that ability to make that choice. Our software will never switch someone unless it's right for the customer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But we're going to know every supplier that, like, anytime you submit a bill and you submit it into the software will know exactly what your customers are on.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding of the software too is that you could still enroll the person and it will wait, even if it's 3, 6, 9 months, and enroll them when they switch down the road. So
yeah,
my understanding, you can still capture them at that point, sign up. And this, again, it's automated. This thing will just wait, and when the time is right, boom. And they won't even have to sign anything, do anything.
Nope. You can sign up for the subscription, and basically the subscription starts. So the $4 to $5 subscription starts when your electric bill becomes part of VIV.
Correct.
So you can pre-enroll and wait for that scenario to happen, and you're going to get a ton of that. People will do that all day long. It won't count as an active commission today, but it will in the future. And it'll just, like you said, it'll be autopilot. It'll just start happening.
Money in the bank.
In reference to the early termination fees, once somebody is signed on with Autopilot and they're in the program and they're getting, the lowest rate, constantly switching between companies, does that mean that they are always on a company without a fee so they can switch at any time?
Yeah, so the program's number one looking for any short-term deal without any contracts. They don't want contracts. So that's the first thing it's looking for. If there is 0 options, meaning they can't find anything out there in the marketplace without a contract, and it could be like a 2-month, $50 termination, it will let the customer know. It'll say, hey, we've looked and scoured and everything, and we found a 2-month deal that's really good value, but it does come with a $50 termination fee. And, we need your approval. Do you want to move forward? So it'll always do that. So the customer has the ability to always get out of their subscription because it's month to month. But most people will, because it's so transparent, and they know if they see the value and say they found a 30% better rate than the utility, but it comes with a $50 termination, but it's a 2-month rate, right? So I think the average consumer is probably going to say, I'll take that. They won't get bugged out by that. I hope, if we position it right, it should be fine. But it's going to happen. My answer to your question is it's not going to be bulletproof 100% of the time. Because the CEO, the guy that made it said that that's happened before, but because they're so transparent with the customer really is appreciative of how they communicate to them. And they love the fact that, and you'll see that when your customers start getting, and by the way, you can get copied on every one of your customers' bills. So any communication that VIV will send to your customer, you can get copied on that, so you can see how we're communicating to your customers. So you can be that assistant too to help them along too. If they don't, if the software can't communicate it effectively, which I think it will, you're there. You're seeing exactly what your customer sees, so you can help explain it.
Okay.
If that scenario happens, you know. And by the way, it's good to see you. I see you. I hear your name a lot. Believe it or not, your name is going through the circles. I don't know where you came from or whatever, but you've got a good attitude. So
Awesome.
yeah. So congratulations and welcome aboard. I think you're part of the team, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Corey.
Yeah, the other thing, guys, too, again, Brendan, correct me if I'm wrong, if it does do a 6-month program on a contract with a termination fee, in 3 months in, it finds something that's drastically better. It'll do the math and figure out if it even makes sense to eat the termination fee.
Yeah. It's always the number one function of the software is to save you as much money as possible. Your customers, that's the only function of that software, is to really create as much value for that $5 subscription as possible. So
when it saves you that amount of money, does that hinder your amount of commission?
no.
Or do you still get the same amount?
No, you get commission on the subscription. So it doesn't matter one way or the other.
Is it just electric or gas and electric?
It's just electric. Gas is something that they're going to be looking at in the future, but there's not a lot of suppliers in gas, so it's tough.
I got solar right now, so
Yeah.
I still have an electric bill with Central Hudson, so it's probably going to look at that, but it'll be obviously the usage would be lower then.
You're going to love. Kevin says that because they're active, his software is active in New York, and they have a lot of New York customers. He says New York is their software creates the most value in the state of New York out of any other state. So I think your customers are going to really love this product.
Can anybody use it no matter where they live?
And as long as it's a deregulated state. So the 5 states we're going in on day 1 is New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. Then phase 2, which will be right after we launch, will be Maryland, Ohio, Rhode Island,
Pennsylvania.
and Pennsylvania. Yeah. And then Maine will come in phase 3, and
So it doesn't matter what.
Texas.
That's it. Yep.
Texas, Delaware, and DC.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey, Ken.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, I got a quick question for you. I think I know the answer, but somebody's asked me a couple of times. Can we enroll customers right now on our paper app?
Just your own.
Just our own. Okay.
Just your own meter.
Just queue
Once
them.
your websites go active at the end of the month, and you'll be able to go out and enroll hundreds of customers. But right now, the only thing you can do is your own personal.
Okay, cool.
When is phase 2? When does that start?
I think it's going to start sooner than later because they want this company wants customers really badly because they want to aggregate. They want to go to the marketplace when we go live with thousands upon thousands of customers. So that's all they're doing right now is getting it ready for that phase 2. So my guess is going to be before this month ends. It'll probably be in the last week of February if I were to guess.
Okay.
Hey, what about the people who live in municipalities that have their own electric? I live in Shrewsbury, and
Yeah, same with me. I live in Norwood.
so I'm stuck with Selco, unfortunately.
I'm stuck with Norwood too. You know what? It stinks for us, but what we're trying to do with them, and they're listening, but they haven't decided anything, is we're trying to say, hey, listen, for those folks that can't take advantage of the electric side, will you allow us to do another one of your products to get the 3 points? So they're listening to that. So we might be able to buy another one of those products to count towards the 3 points, you know.
And one of the things, guys, just to mention, if you're in a municipality like that, the entire 3.5 years that I was with Viridian, and you heard Brendan, the number 3 money earner in the whole company, just because you're in a municipality, just about everybody else around you for miles is a customer. So I wasn't able to be my own customer in Viridian, but we had, thousands of customers. So don't let that hinder you as far as, what the business is.
I have a question. 2 questions.
Oh, that's Kenny. Hold on a second. We got to mute Kenny.
Thought it was.
No, Brian muted you.
There you go.
Okay. Is this can we talk to anybody about the electrical part or any of this stuff? It's not like Viridian where it was just like friends, family, and referrals.
Oh yeah, there's no compliance with this. The only thing you're not allowed to do is door knock because you're
Wait a
asking.
second. Sorry, can you start again? Kenny had the computer muted.
Put yours.
Yeah, so this is there's no compliance with this because you're getting power of attorney on someone's electric bill. They have to put their credit card up. So the only thing you can't do is door knock. They don't want anyone to door knock, so we're not going to do that. But this is going to be a social media thing. There's going to be so many avenues. By the way, one thing that we found out too, which is really important, the customers that he has today on his product, the customer to customer referral rate is 25%. It's the highest in any industry of any product that's the customer refers another customer. Typically like a DirecTV or any kind of constant contact or any type of product that's out there, customer to customer referral percentages are about 2.8% nationally. This product's at 25%. So what that means is for every 4 customers, 1 customer is going to refer someone else on their own because they love the product so much. And so if you get 10 customers, I wouldn't be surprised a year from now that you had 15 or 16 just because your customers are referring other people without you even knowing it, and you get credit. Because the way the customer referral program works is every month they get an email saying how much money they're saving. They're going to also say, if you refer a friend, you're going to get 1 month of your subscription for free. The more you refer, the more months you get for free. So people are incentivized to refer other customers, right? And then those customer points and their commissions go into you because it's looking and following your genealogy up to you. So it's really cool.
And my other question was, if someone doesn't have a computer, or like I have friends at work when I was in Viridian, they're like, oh, my aunt, she's older, she wants to save her on a bill, I want to help her out. Like, what do we do for people like that can't communicate with the Autopilot through internet and all that?
So they're going to need basic internet. Hopefully they can do it through a phone. So because the only thing you're going to be required to do if you're sitting with someone like that is you have to take a picture of the bill. You have to submit it on you can do it for the customer. You can put it on go to your VIV site, take a picture, upload it onto your site, and just add you're going to add your customer's information right there with them. And then they need to have basic email though, because they have to communicate to the customer somehow.
Yeah.
So I think there's probably that won't happen as much as the Viridian. Trust me, to do business with Viridian was very difficult in so many different ways. And as a matter of fact, I look back at it and say, how did we get 1 million customers to sign up for Viridian? I don't even know how that's possible. But, this is going to be so much easier because think about it. I mean, we were all taking pictures anyway and kind of entering the meters ourselves because we knew that was the best way to do it. So now it's like we can actually do it, and that's what we're supposed to be. It's actually pretty exciting, you know.
Perfect timing.
I mean, I had a guy in Worcester that literally was a dentist, Dr. Pete, and on Tuesdays he would take the day off, and he would go to he would have 3 laptops, he'd hire his secretaries, and people would just keep bringing him electric bills every day. And he was just
whatever works, right?
That's how it works. Oh God, those days are over. Thank goodness.
Hey, Brendan.
Yeah.
Isn't it true that when a customer refers another customer, not only do they get a free month, but that customer that signs up, they get a free month too?
Absolutely. They both get it. Yep. They both get it. So that's why there's going to be incentive for people to refer it.
Can you repeat that, Matt? Go ahead, Brendan.
So any one of your customers that refer other customers on their own, has nothing to do with you, but if they refer a customer, they get 1 month free on the subscription. So if it's a $5, they'll get 1 month waived. But the person that takes the referral will also get their first month for free as well because they accepted that invitation. So
that is excellent. It's
like a give it, pay it forward type thing. But every one of those customers count towards your personal customer count.
Now, Brendan, that leads me into my another thing. So a nonprofit. I heard it was a very simple. There's no craziness. Someone would sign up, essentially, become a nonprofit. It's free for them to join, and then they can go out and get as many customers as they want. Is that correct?
Yeah, and the nonprofit, or in that world, it's going to be called the affiliate program. But that world is going to be a little bit different because let's say the subscription is $5 and $4 of the $5 gets paid into the plan. the organization that is the affiliate will get a 50% commission. So if there's a $4 commissionable sale, they would get $2 every month of that subscription. So it's going to be very big for nonprofits because there's no obviously monthlies, and then they get in for free because of the affiliate program. But what I love about what the company's doing, and this is what they should have done with our old regime, you can't even sign up one of those unless you're a pay setter. So unless you reach the rank of pay setter, you can't even go to a nonprofit. And that is so big on so many levels, because with Viridian, and some of you might not know this because you weren't with Viridian, but we were with a prior company where that if you signed up tonight, you could go to your church or nonprofit tomorrow and you can sign them up to sell energy and make the residual program, where, you know, people had no idea what they were signing up for, and yet they were getting a meeting because of their influence with the president of a large nonprofit, right? And so it made us look so foolish. And there were so many wasted great nonprofits that joined Viridian that never got the support because they weren't treated like with that extra knowledge right from the start. So I love the fact the company's saying, listen, you guys can offer this affiliate program to whoever you want, but you need to be a pay setter, which is a middle rank. So it's going to take someone about 120 days to get there. But that journey of getting a pay setter is going to get you set up, because at that point you will know exactly how these products work, and you're going to be an asset to the 401c or whoever you're going to use the affiliate. But that's how they're going to roll that out. So anybody can do it, but they have to be a pay setter.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's why this pre-launch is so important, right?
I think another cool thing to touch on, Brendan, if you can, is like, say the referral program, like say I sign up Mike on his energy, and then Mike signs up Karen, and Karen goes out and shows 25 people this, and they sign up under her, and everybody's getting a referral. But then all of a sudden Karen says, wait a minute, this is a great business. Those 25 people that Karen signs up actually are her customers when she becomes an associate, and they still say yours as well. I mean, that's ridiculously huge.
Well, you know what's cool? You guys are going to have visibility into your customers referring customers. So you might find a customer that refers 5, 6, 7 customers, and you'll have their information. You can call into them and say, hey, listen, I see that you love our product. You wouldn't be referring it unless you loved it. Let's have a cup of coffee. Let me show you the business side of this, because for just a couple dollars, you can participate in earning commission doing what you're already doing for free. So having that visibility is going to be huge for all of us, because that's going to happen. I know, a year from now, you're going to probably get a lot of your associates from your customers taking advantage of the product. So thanks. Good point. I appreciate that. And that's exciting for someone that's building a network marketing business, for sure. That's what you call a hot lead.
Absolutely. Hot lead.
And hey guys, I'm excited that the company's going to be doing a digital campaign for leads. They're going to invest money into it. And listen, they're going to give their leads away on their first round to people that they know can handle a lead. Because getting a lead is one thing, but being able to handle a lead is another thing. I'm telling you right now, I've already got 10 power lines. You only need 3 lines. I mean, 3 business lines to get to the highest rank of the company. So, most of the leaders that are in right now have no interest in taking those leads. So they'll be actually disseminating them throughout their up and coming stars, people that are kind of that pace setter rank, where looking to bring in nonprofits. Listen, wouldn't be surprised if, when they run this campaign, if they get 100 leads, that your up and runners are going to be getting those leads. That's just how it's going to work. Because, I give leads away to people that I know are going to work the business. And, if you get people that are putting forth an effort, it's going to be an easy decision for a lot of those leads and where they need to go. And that's the lifeblood of an associate is your downline. So they're going to be valuable. So that's going to happen because you guys are in the beginning. I'm telling you, when your team is so strong and you guys are making such an impact, you're going to benefit from that. And I hope the company does a really nice job, but I think they're going to get a ton of leads. I mean, think about the marketing genius that Cammie has and how she brands things. She'll get a ton of people that are interested in what we're up to, and then it'll be up to us to close them. But I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. Do you guys?
Yeah.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
It's going to be an amazing 2018.
Bring it on. Is right. So next
Okay,
Tuesday.
here you go, Brian. Here's the application.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, it's either scan that and send it over, or just take pictures with your cell phone and email it
And
over.
that's right now. That's all I can do for the group here is just I could go down and have some printed up in Staples, and then if they're interested in becoming we can recruit potential.
You can recruit right now. You can recruit tonight, because all they need to do on the sponsor line is put in your name, your email, and your phone. That's it.
That's it.
You're good to go. You're good to go right now.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'll be down at Staples printing them out.
Welcome aboard, by the way, Joe. Nice to have you on the team.
Thanks. Good to be here.
I get down to New York quite a bit, so I definitely make sure to run into you.
All right.
Anybody else got any questions before we tie it off here?
Well, you guys had a good food tonight. Anyone?
Yeah, thank you so much, Brendan. We truly appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Hey, there she is. Hold on, Lisa, say something.
Hi. How are you?
I didn't know you were on there. All of a sudden you popped up. Good to see you.
I was taking it all in. This was fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday. So I look forward to it, guys. I'll get there nice and early, and we'll light it up next Tuesday night. All right.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. All right, guys.